to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
Here we are. It is a day early, and we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high deserts of southern Idaho. I'm here with Mr. Kevin Tarver today.
Howdy, folks.
He is, we normally do this on Saturday night, but we got, Christmas is coming, and there's like work Christmas parties, and I was kindly reminded that I needed to reschedule because my wife scheduled this Christmas party that I needed to attend I think about 2 months ago, and she told me, and I didn't get it wrote down. So anyhow, we're here Friday night and
following orders. We're getting it done.
That's right. I'm following orders. If I know what's good for me, right? Tarver's over there going, I'm just glad I don't have a wife and have to do that. Just do whatever the hell he wants. So, I don't have anyone else to go to. So what have you done? You were on vacation last week.
I was on vacation. I was actually scheduled to shoot today and was told I couldn't.
Well, man, we got winter hit us.
All right. Well, you always say, it's been 2 months. You hadn't shot your gun. Well, here I was.
Well, I'm thinking that...
And shifted the blame.
I'm thinking that we got some more time coming up here over Christmas that we actually go to the indoor range and we can do it down there. It'd be a little more comfy. It's really muddy out there.
Yeah.
It's
trying to snow today. Yeah,
it's supposed to snow, I think, this weekend or get worse this weekend or something. It's miserable to run in today, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I tried, but I gave up about halfway through and said, screw it. I'm not into this today.
You'll find a high school and lap the gym.
I hate running laps. I have a track. There's an outside track over here, and I tried to go out there and 4 times around as a mile. I cannot do that. That is
it's too boring, huh?
That is the longest mile on the planet, man. I can't do it.
But it's so comfy.
No, it's not comfy
if
at all.
They got that nice track with the rubbers.
No, I hate it. It's no, I hate it. I hate it. But hey, since we kind of already screwed this up to begin with, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the phone number and how people can reach us. So we haven't had a call in for quite a while.
What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, is nobody listening? Or maybe we just do such a great podcast. We cover all the details and there's no questions. There's no questions. If you guys want to just call and say, screw you guys, don't waste your time, I'm going to quit listening, call, leave that message, and I will play it, and we will comment on it. If you want to call in, the podcast hotline is 1-208-696-4397. That's 1-208-696-4397. You can also email us at patriotdefense13@yahoo.com, patriotdefense13@yahoo.com. Find me on Instagram under Patriot Defense and on Facebook. So if you like this podcast, we appreciate it. If you would, we appreciate you listening. We'd appreciate it even more if you'd share it with your friends, family, post it on Facebook, get people to like it, subscribe, listen to it. We're slowly growing. Our numbers are slowly...
You got to share. It's the Christmas season.
That's right. Give the gift of the Patriot Defense Podcast.
It's free.
And you could tell them that you signed them up for a subscription. They don't need to know that. They're not supposed to know how much you spent or didn't spend on them because it's Christmas, right?
And you were thinking of them. That's what's most important.
And if you sign up somebody for Christmas, you want to call our hotline. That's 1-208-696-4397. Tell us who it is, and we'll do a special call out. So there you go. That's our contribution to Christmas.
Yes, spreading love and cheer and
joy,
firearms.
And fire. You're giving away firearms?
No, I'm not. You got one over there I'll give away.
It's sitting over there still in pieces. Mark brought that nice scope over, and I needed to actually put it on there and shoot the thing after he cleaned it and fancied it all up for me.
Well, we could give away his scope.
Oh.
We don't even need
Mark's
a
not here
background check
tonight. He's at a football game or something.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No background check
maybe we need to make a YouTube video here in a minute, holding up the pieces of Mark's gun, and that'll teach him for not being here. But anyhow, I was talking about, we were actually talking about some stuff that happened earlier. We were talking about jogging. And I was thinking about this because I read this article right before I went out jogging this afternoon. But
Perfect timing.
I was thinking about the possibility of me, possibly getting sexually assaulted. But no, there was actually a lady in Boise that's about an hour and a half from here. She was out jogging, out running early in the morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. So that would put it's still dark. And someone attacked her, knocked her down, and choked her till she passed out. And while she was passed out, it sounds like, according to the article, she was sexually assaulted.
Yeah, it sounds like it was pretty serious deal going on here.
So I made a Facebook post about it, and some people were commenting on it, and I posted on it. I wasn't too afraid of myself getting sexually assaulted, but there's a couple things you can do to mitigate that when you're out running. You can always be prepared. So I carry a firearm when I run. I carry in that little chest pack, or I've got a little belly band that I can wear. It's there in case I need it. I do sometimes run in the dark. I know there's a lot of people that run in town in the dark. Where I run, it's typically down on the trails, kind of away from town a little bit. But I'm always afraid of what kind of critters I'm going to run into down there. And there was a real sketchy van parked down there the other day. It said free ammo, so I think they know I think they know I'm down there, and they're trying to get me into their van. But I'm always prepared. Another thing that you can do is you can run with a dog, possibly a dog that might, maybe they're not vicious, maybe it's not aggressive, but might at the very least alert you that someone else is on the trail, right? When it's dark, you can run with a headlamp. I did that for the first time over Thanksgiving, ran with a headlamp because it was dark out.
It's getting dark so early.
Oh, it's getting really dark. Another thing you can do is, so I like to run with music, and I put earbuds in. And when you're running, sometimes it's a mental game, and you get kind of caught up in your own head and listening to a podcast, hopefully a Patriot Defense podcast, or you're listening to music or whatever it might be. And I've been out before doing this and had people on mountain bikes come up behind me and kind of yell kind of loudly for me to get out of their way. And I do, but I don't hear these people coming. I don't hear the other runners, the walkers, the joggers. It's not a real safe situation. And so I actually haven't got them yet, but I ordered some of those, I think they're called Aftershock Air Titanium. I don't know what they are, but they're bone conduction headphones. Yeah. So they don't actually go in your ears. They press up against the bone, like next to your ear, and the vibrations, because all sound is vibrations anyway, goes into your ear, so you can actually hear what's going on around you. So that might be something wise too. And I'm not talking safety just from other people, but cars in general. There's another article I actually read just about an hour ago, and it wasn't here. I think it was over in Europe somewhere. I'm not sure, but there was a jogger that was hit, and she was hit and killed by a car. And they think that the root of the cause might have been the earbuds, and she wasn't paying attention to what was going on. She couldn't hear.
Now, have you ever put those on? I know you don't have them yet. They're on the way.
I have not.
Have you ever put them? You never put them on?
No.
Because I'm wondering how loud can you get that and still have your ears open to hear other sounds?
They say that they aren't great for going really loud. So I think you can still hear the music, but you can also carry on a conversation and hear things coming up, because that's kind of what I've read. I don't know for sure. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it works. Because what I do is just leave one earbud in and pull one out. That way I can.
And that annoys me, though.
Yeah, but you get close to getting running over a time or two.
Yeah, yeah.
You start doing that, and it's like, okay.
And that might be one reason why I like to run trails, because I don't have to worry about cars. I don't have to worry about someone hiding in the bushes.
Yeah, but you got some animals that'll kill you.
Yeah, I do. Well, I got a porcupine I about landed on more than once.
Sweet.
But something else, too, is, and someone else posted this on Facebook, is this woman jogger, you want to be aware of your surroundings. And we all fall into a routine, a habit. And as a runner, I do the same thing, so I know a lot of people do. I got 3 or 4 different places I run, and I'll usually take one and I'll run there all week or whatever. If I start running one that I like, I'll continually run there for a few weeks.
At about the same time every time you run.
Same time.
Same routine.
And if you're looking at your watch, or you're a decent runner and you can pace yourself, you're going to hit certain points at certain times. That's just, you mark out little goals. I'm going to get here in 4 minutes. I'm going to get here in 8 minutes, whatever it might be. And I don't know, but I'm thinking it's quite possible that this lady up in Boise who was attacked, the guy probably watched her for days or weeks, even possibly, until you realize that, hey, there's a chance I can wait right here by the bushes. She's going to pass by. It's Wednesday morning, and there's no cars here, and it sounded like it was a neighborhood area that she got attacked in. So you don't have the article in front of you.
I don't.
But so anyhow, mix up your routine a little bit, right? I mean, that's just a suggestion, but that's just something I was kind of thinking.
That's tough. That's tough because people get the times that they like to run.
Yep.
They have, that's their own private time. That's their peaceful time.
Yes.
And they just take off and get in their own world, but they're not paying attention. You should at least have a handgun.
I believe you should. And in fact, I put the post out on Facebook and tagged at least all the female runners that I know, and kind of said, hey, take all the precautions and necessary steps to protect yourself.
All right.
I'm hoping some of them maybe get a hold of me and say, okay, well, I got this, because I know some of them have firearms, but they don't carry them. What do I need to do to carry them? Because when you're running, it's a whole different ball game. So a lot of you get chafe. You got to worry about the chafe. That's not the best. I mean, you try and find the best holster you can get for light movements, and yeah. Well, and when you're running, you're
out there doing American Ninja Warrior stuff, man. It's
that's
like,
right. I'm gonna run. I don't go jog. I'm gonna jog with my AR slung over my shoulder.
There you go. Well, you could do that.
But mostly when you run, you typically are gonna want it. And I hate to say this because I hate these kind of guns. You're going to want the smallest, the thinnest, the lightest weight little gun that you can carry, short of it being a 22 Derringer.
A DB9.
A DB9. But, you're going to want something real lightweight, something small. I carry my little Shield, Smith & Wesson Shield 45. It's a little heavy.
Yeah, it's kind of big. But you got a nice pack for it.
Right.
Because if it's loose, like I said, the chafe and the rubbing, but also if it's tapping you, it's not much, but
it's
annoying. Let it tap you a few hundred times.
Yeah. And I've taken that 45, and it was okay because I had a year to come up with a system, but I actually carried it on my 50K, and that was like 31 miles.
That was the Shield?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
not a tiny gun, but it's not a full size gun.
No, but it's a bigger gun. It's heavy.
It's got a little weight to it.
Or heavy, but just be aware of your surroundings, especially now. I mean, it's dark. It's darker. It's dark early, and so people, if you have a routine and you're going to the gym or you're going out shopping or whatever, it's going to be dark now.
All right.
And that's what evil likes is the dark.
And it's suited to them, man. They can wear jackets and hoodies and cover themselves.
And there's lots of people out typically in some areas, maybe not while you're jogging, but they can blend in really easy. And
they can hide a lot more.
Yeah.
With the hoodie and everything like that, you can they got more coverage. Yeah. And they get to feeling a little bolder.
So, anyhow, I think that's all we have on that. But what do we got next on our list there? We actually tried to be organized. Tarver tried to organize me today.
We tried to, but
I will mention this real quick though. The PD10. Okay. So one of our listeners sent me.
I think they're taunting you, man.
I think they might be. I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but literally they sent me a text message.
You sure it's not a Rick roll?
It might be. I got Rick rolled.
Oh, that's so old, man. Never mind.
Okay. They sent me a link to a podcast and said that there's a little section in there, not a very big section, but a little section in there where they talked about the PD10 and it should be coming out soon. And I didn't listen to it yet, but I'm excited. But he sent that to me saying, well, you always talk about the PD10, and this is the only other place I've heard it mention the PD10, so I thought you might be interested in it.
I'm curious to hear it. They're probably sitting there on the podcast saying, there's this guy in Idaho.
He keeps talking about the PD10.
It's pretty sad, really.
Well,
he should move on with his life.
I probably should have listened to that link you sent me before I talked about it. But so it's coming. Hopefully soon, and I'm gonna buy one. I checked the bank. I still got some money in the bank. I'm buying one when it comes out.
could get a Canic.
I'm going to buy PD10. I'm holding out for the PD10, man.
Okay.
I haven't bought anything.
Well, Voda said
Yeah.
he would take the Canic.
Voda's a moron.
Yeah.
So, okay, what else we got going on?
We had a couple people shooting themselves. One cleaning his gun.
Well, that's I hate to say it, but that's a classic.
It is. I'm like, I didn't see this one, so
I will. Yeah,
they didn't fill in the details if you got any.
There's a story here in Idaho, and I didn't. It wasn't a very long. They never put a lot of details in there. Just someone shot himself in his house while he was cleaning his firearm. Well, here's an idea. Why don't we unload our freaking firearms before we clean them? Why don't we do it properly? Okay. There's a proper way to do it, and do you think I have to go down the list of how?
That's
to do
why I don't clean them.
Because you don't know the proper way?
No, because it ain't worth the risk.
There you go.
You're not killing me.
If you, well, yeah, I know because I don't clean mine either, and I haven't ended up shot in the leg.
There you go. 100%.
So unload your firearms. Unfortunately, there's some firearms out there, Glock, Springfield, and some other ones where you actually have to pull the trigger to release the slide.
Yeah,
and
maybe you think that's the way this is happening.
Well, that's why it's happening. So what it is when you
I'm paranoid about that. The barrel's gonna be empty.
So, what people do is they get it out of order. So the right order is to take the magazine out and then rack the slide like half dozen times to unchamber any live rounds and then a few more times just to make sure.
Yeah, I gotta look at it.
Yeah, what people do though,
I got to put my eyeballs on it.
What people do is they take their gun out of their bag or their holster or whatever, take it, they rack the slide back first thing.
Sweet. And then drop the mag.
It ejects the live round. They drop the slide. It picks up another one, sends it forward, chambers it. Then they take the magazine out. Then they flip the lever. Then they pull the trigger to release the slide, and bang. Happens a lot. But I want to say this. There's two things. Make sure your gun is unloaded, so go through the proper steps in the right order of taking apart your gun to clean it. Second, if you can't manage the first, at least make sure you're maintaining gun safety at all times. And when you pull that trigger, even if you know it's unloaded or it's supposed to, have it pointed at the floor, not at your leg.
You know, that's a brilliant idea. We should open a gun cleaning business.
Oh my! I don't know.
We could hire Mark and clean all your guns.
And Mark could do it blindfolded.
I'd pass out flyers.
You'd pass out flyers.
Yeah. No need to clean your weapons anymore. Bring them to us.
Stick stuff on windshields at the mall. But just unload the firearm. Check your firearm correctly, and at the very least, obey the safety rule. Because if the gun, you need to treat every firearm like it's loaded, and you need to point the gun. Don't point the gun at anything you're not willing to kill or destroy. So I know you have to pull the trigger to release the slide on some of them. That's just a given. Make sure it's unloaded, and then make sure it's pointed at the floor. Worst case scenario, you end up with a hole in your floor. That's much easier to deal with than, I don't know, your leg.
Well, I tell you what, all my weapons pretty much stay loaded. If they're not loaded, well, they're in the box or in the safe or something like that.
Right.
So if they're out, they're loaded. So what's throwing me off is having that Mantis. What is that?
Yeah, that Mantis X.
Yeah, it's and I keep an unloaded gun there, and that's throwing. It's making me uncomfortable. That it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because it's different. Yeah. It's not what I'm. It's not what I'm used to. If it's not loaded, it should be in the case, in the safe. If it's out, it should be loaded.
So you're talking
what the hell's the use in it?
If you're practicing even with the Mantis or dry fire, that pulling that trigger freaks you out a little bit.
Not just that, just having one in the house. It's like,
right.
In a panic moment, what do you grab? The
Mantis.
I'm just saying, for me, it's just something that's different. That's not my routine.
Right.
Because before, when you say treat all guns as loaded, well, hell, they're all loaded.
Yeah.
That wasn't a problem. Now this is
something
new.
For
a
loop.
A fly in the ointment.
So
a monkey in the wrench.
A wrench in the monkey, whatever. That's a different show. Anyhow, pay attention to what you're doing, and we can avoid situations like this. So, Oh, I got something we didn't have written down that we'll talk about, and we'll get back to our list. How's that sound?
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, hang on. We got another guy that shot himself on here, didn't we?
Well, a guy in Walmart.
Let's discuss that. Where was this Walmart at? Do you remember?
It was another that was light on details, and
They always are.
I don't remember. In the meat department, that's what they said.
Well, didn't he shoot? He shot himself in the meat department.
He did. He took a groin shot.
In the meat department. In the meat department.
In Walmart. Come on, man. Why you want to do that to Walmart, man? Walmart gets all the bad press.
So I'm taking it. I
Go to Sears and do. You don't never hear that about Sears. It's always Walmart.
It is always Walmart. Damn Walmart. So it must be Walmart.
Go to Amazon.com.
Is it Walmart or the people that go to Walmart? Who knows? Crickets. I don't know. I need that cricket button.
I don't know.
Sure.
But if it happens to me, I'm damn sure blaming it on Walmart.
There you go. So I didn't read the article. I heard saw you guys talking about it, but I didn't actually click on it. So he was carrying without a holster?
No, I don't know. He was appendix carrying.
Okay.
So if it was a holster, it was a pretty bad one.
So here's the thing.
Or he don't know how to
gun.
take it
We're gonna break this down here.
Okay.
A gun is not gonna fire unless you pull the trigger. Should not fire.
Right.
Most of them have what they call. Oh, I don't even know the proper terms for them, but inside they have like a trigger bar type deal.
A safety.
They have a safety. As you pull the trigger, the bar drops, which allows the firing pin to go forward.
Right.
So you have to pull. It's not like the firing pin is loaded, is sprung, and it's just something's gonna malfunction.
It's just waiting to jump off at any minute.
Right. It can't.
Kill somebody.
Exactly. They'll have you believe otherwise. So most firearms are like that. So the gun's not going to go off unless you pull the trigger. So if he was carrying in a holster, the only way for that gun to go off was either a really crappy holster, which I know there's some crappy holsters out there. That seems to me like that would have to be a truly crappy, like crappier than I've ever seen.
Pretty bad.
I just don't know if I buy that it was a crappy holster. Or he's doing something stupid like drawing it, adjusting it, playing with it. I don't know.
I think it has to be a combination of the two.
Or he was appendix carrying without a holster. And I could see that happening. Because how many people do you see carrying in a truly crappy holster that you know that if they couldn't go buy that crappy holster for $40, which to them is like spending way too much on a freaking holster, that if they had the choice, they wouldn't even have a holster. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But when you make stupid decisions, you end up shooting yourself in the meat market. Yeah. In the meat market.
Appendix carry is not to be taken lightly.
No, it is not. It is not.
Well, we saw a picture of a guy carrying small at the back. It didn't work out for him either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. But just carry responsibly. Unfortunately, it's people like that. Stuff happens. That's why you want to be ultra responsible. You want to be ultra careful. You want to pay attention to what you're doing because it's people like that. And those stories hit mainstream. And you're going to hear those stories because they make us look like morons.
We're blaming Walmart.
Yeah, and that's the ones that people want out. Not the ones where the guy, was getting carjacked and he saved himself because he had a firearm, or the guy that was in the mall that took out the shooter, or in the restaurant and took out the active shooter. You're not going to hear about those.
No. Well, you just said you didn't read the story.
No.
There's been about 10 people shot in Walmart.
Damn.
In the last year.
Well, they're having to sell on hot dogs over there.
2 or 3 of them shot themselves and a domestic violence. Anyway, poor Walmart.
Stay out of Walmart.
Yeah, don't go at night.
Start going to Kmart.
Oh, man.
But
never mind. We love you, Kmart.
Yeah.
I almost did it.
I bought my first shotgun at Kmart.
It was a different time back then.
It was a different time. And it was a brand new Mossberg for $179. It was awesome. Still have it. Great gun.
I don't even know what they're going for these days.
About $500-$600.
Wow.
So anyhow, there was I've been talking about simunitions, my simunition style rounds through UTM, and they were back ordered, and they were back ordered till this month.
They still back ordered?
we're gonna get there. Did you see my picture? You didn't see my text.
Not sure.
Okay. Well, I'm cool. I understand supply and demand. They're not the only place I can get them, but every place is back ordered. I understand that. That's cool. But if they're still back ordered, let me know. So I haven't heard anything. Well, no, let me back that up. I got an email. I asked them questions about some stuff, and they called me and helped me out. Then I got an email about a month and a half ago, and they said, "Hey, we wanted to know we offered a program where we can some education classes. You can learn how to put on a course with these rounds." Just an advertisement is what it was. And in the advertisement, at the end of it, they go, "Oh, by the way, we see that you ordered all this stuff. We hope your training's been going great. We hope you've been enjoying it. And if you need anything or any more, let us know."
Yeah, need the stuff.
I'm like, and so I sent him a message back. I said, "Well, that's great. I think it's great you have this extra training, but I haven't received my order yet. It was back ordered until sometime in November." No response. So about a month went by, and actually just a couple days ago, I sent them. I said, "Hey, look, I placed this order. Here's my order number. You guys haven't taken any money from me yet, and that's fine. That's stand up. Don't take it till you send the product. Right. I understand that. You were back ordered. Can I get an ETA on this? Do I need to wait another month or two? I mean, that's fine. I just want to know. I'm planning stuff around this purchase."
No response.
And no, I got a response.
Oh,
I got a response, and in fact. Screw them. I'm going to read the response. Give me just a minute here while I find it.
They say, "Quit hassling us, pal."
No, they're going to hate me, man. But this really...
Oh, kind of hating them back.
This really...
How about a little customer service here, people?
Yeah. It says, this is what I wrote. Let's see. I was just wondering if I could get an update on my order. Last I heard, it was back ordered until November. Just wondered how the time frame was looking now. Here's my order number. That was polite, right?
Pretty nice.
That's what I get back. And
Pretty calm.
It wasn't rude, but none of this makes sense the more I think about it. Hello, Todd. Our legal department has recently given us a list of states that we are restricted to ship to.
Not Idaho.
Idaho has an age restriction. Can you tell me, are you an FFL holder? We are working on a solution to ship. Let me know. So here's my... I got asked a couple of questions there that have nothing to do with anything.
Right.
One of them was, there was a statement. Idaho is a state that we are restricted to ship to. First of all, I don't think that just happened overnight, if that's even true. Second of all, you wouldn't have taken my order, and you wouldn't have taken, because I actually had to fill out like an application to kind of get approved for this stuff. My address, all my pertinent info was in there. Why would you say that I was approved to ship this stuff to me? Why would you let me place my order? We went through weeks and weeks upon emails getting all this figured out, okay? Then now all of a sudden you can't ship to Idaho? Second, Idaho has an age restriction. That makes not a lick of sense at all, because I can purchase a firearm. I'm 42. Do I need to be 45 to purchase?
Yeah, what is the age restriction? 16?
Yeah, what the hell is that all about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Second of all, can you tell me, are you an FFL holder? Why the hell would I need to be an FFL holder to buy this stuff?
Sounds shady.
It's
man.
Ammo, which I can buy at the age of 21 or 8 or whatever it is anyway, and I ordered shit tons of it anyway, and it's an upper, which isn't serialized. There's no serial number on it. I bought the Glock lowers. They're right here sitting on the table in front of me. Yes, I had to go through an FFL for those. So, am I an FFL holder? No, I'm not an FFL holder. That's what I told them. Do I need to... So I was like, well, whatever. Maybe I'm missing something. Do I need to go through an FFL holder? And I said, so I answered that question, and then I sent another email. That was one email. So I sent another email going, what's up with this age restriction thing? Why don't what age do I have to be? I can legally buy a firearm. I'm 42 years old.
Nice dancing there, too. I mean, when's the date? We're looking for a date.
Yeah.
That's all.
They
don't have a date.
And so I was thinking about...
man, I tell you.
It
don't sound good, man.
No, it doesn't. And
we're in a tight spot, boys.
I sent him an email, and I was like, let me know. Am I going to have to wait longer? Because if I'm going to have to wait longer, that's fine. But if this is truly going to be...
I think you're going to be waiting longer.
Yeah. If this is truly going to be a problem, just tell me I'm gonna wait longer. But if it's truly going to be a problem with age and all this crap that I don't really believe because I think it's all excuses.
Yeah, if I got to wait 6 months, I can wait 6 months with somebody else.
But you tell me now, because if I need to move my money, so I didn't take those funds because that was like a business investment. Take those funds and I will put them into another class that I can get up and rolling and not worry about this stuff. I will move on. I wanted to use it, but I don't have to. I can go find something else. And you know what I'm saying? Build other classes, not this one. So I go to CrossFit with this guy who's essentially, I haven't used any of his services yet, but he's an attorney.
Right.
And since I've met him, I haven't needed any attorney stuff done, legal work done.
Right.
But he's going to be my guy. And he laughed when he read it, and he goes, you need to send him an email and tell him your attorney wants to know what the hell kind of age restriction they're talking about. And you need to tell me your attorney wants to know the time frame on this stuff.
What you tell them is Patriot Defense Legal Department.
That's right.
I've contacted them.
So I mean, I'm not knocking UTM, but you know what? If it's gonna be 2 more months, just freaking tell me that.
I would hit them up. I'd say I need a date.
Just tell me that.
I don't need to know your favorite color. I don't need to know if you like,
I don't. Yeah.
walks on the beach. I don't care.
I don't
want
need
a date.
this song and dance.
That's a wrap. One date. Give me a date. And if they can't give you a date, I cancel the order.
Yeah.
There's other people that sell this stuff, right?
Well, yeah, but everyone's back ordered. Like,
so they've been bullshitting.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have them.
That's true, though. I could get on a list somewhere else. Maybe they would tell me that there's some freaking age restriction. Literally, I think someone.
Well, if you wait 6 months for somebody else, maybe in 6 months it'll actually show up.
That's a good point.
These guys, I don't know.
Anyhow, that's the crazy stuff I've been dealing with this week. And anyhow, since I sent those emails, it's been like 2 days. I haven't got one response. The first email, I got a response within like 20 minutes. It's been 2 days since. How
big is this company?
I don't know. Pretty big, I think. But pretty. UTM is Ultimate Training Munitions. If anyone's wondering, but. And it's not a
Raven fan so far. I got to tell you, Todd.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not feeling warm about it.
It's not a small order too. It's a $3,000 order. So I mean, maybe it ain't the $20,000 someone else is going to spend, but $3,000 order, right? It's not like I'm spending $50.
Yeah. Well, they should be able to fill that pretty quick. Anybody who's going to hold a class that's going to spend that kind of money.
Well, as soon as I hold the class, I'm going to burn up ammo and have to buy more, and that shit ain't cheap.
Yeah, and the way they're going, I mean, what are you going to, one class every couple of years?
At this point, at this rate, yeah. So
at this point, you should get it, put that crap on eBay.
Yeah, I
guarantee you'll make a killing and say, sorry, there's no classes for that.
And then just place another order, and if it comes through, it's still on back order. I sold the first batch.
Yeah, I guarantee you spent $3,000, you can get 10 for it.
Probably. So anyhow, that's enough of my complaining. But that's why I don't have my simunition classes up and running yet, because I can't get the shit.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
So what do we got else? What else we got going on over there? We're not really good. Neither of us are really good at segues. we get done with one. Okay, what else we got?
I checked it.
Let's check off the list.
Well, sometimes we do pretty good if we have the list here, and you have right now it's just two of us, so we're bouncing off each other.
I'm not feeling it tonight, to be honest with you.
It's kind of
I'm tired.
I am too.
My legs kind of hurt. My back. I tweaked my back pushing my son's Scout into the garage the other day, and I got to go get it taken care of. And I went to the Metallica.
How many Scouts do you have?
A 6.
Gee, you have 6 Scouts.
I do.
How many of them run?
3.
Good grief, man.
Well, though I got another one that runs, but it's the one sitting there with no axles. But give me 5 minutes, like 10 minutes, I can get it running. But it doesn't have any axles under it. So it's my part Scout. But that motor's good. But like anyone wants to know about that.
That's a lot of Scouts.
They were cheap. I haven't spent over $1,200 on one of them yet. Well, $1,200 to purchase it. We'll just put it that way.
Okay.
I probably got way more.
Yeah,
I got
aftermarket.
10 times more than what I bought my blue one for and put into it. But anyhow, what do we got going on over there? The Scout podcast.
Well, we got a report that was on Breitbart and anytime that Breitbart says anything and they put report in front of it, then they're kind of questioning it too. So I think it originally came from CNN or one of those real reliable sources. So they put up report that Trump to sign the bump stock ban. We'll see what actually happens. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Some people were upset about it. Some people, I don't understand why it's always the Republicans that seem to do the little gun grabs and do the little stuff. I mean, of course, Clinton had the big one, assault weapons ban. But
so here's what I feel. Am I super excited about bump stocks? Do I own one? No. Me neither. Do I care about bump stocks? Do I really care about bump stocks? No. What I care about,
it's not just bump stocks.
Right. I guess, yeah, if you look at that bill, yeah.
Yeah, it's triggers.
It's triggers and everything. So what I care
anything
about,
that speeds up the firing.
Belt loops.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I got a $500 trigger on.
Yeah.
One. I mean, come on, man. That's $300.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much it cost.
Way too much, I'm sure.
It cost too much. I was waiting for magic to happen, and I was like, damn it.
What really bothers me is, and we can go down the, well, you'll see where we can go with this in a minute, but is the fact, why are we giving in? Okay, why are we giving? We don't give them a lick of anything. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. Look what happened in Washington. So they just passed, I don't know the bill numbers and stuff, but I just heard today they're looking at doing another bill. So they've just passed that bill now, and granted it's going to get some pushback, but going after semi-automatic rifles, all that stuff. We talked about that, all the hoops and the rigmarole that you have to jump through to own one of those now. I just heard from one of the guys I do the radio show with that the next bill that they're proposing in Washington now is going after all semi-automatic handguns next.
Good grief.
So they gain an inch and they will take a freaking mile. So don't throw them this bone. It's just a chunk of freaking plastic anyhow. But don't throw them this bone. Okay, it took them, how long has it been since that shooting?
Whew.
A year.
2 years?
It'd been over a year.
Year and a half? I don't know. I know we still don't know the freaking motive or anything else. I mean, come on, man. What kind of crap is that?
Yeah, I think it's been a year and a half. It's been over a year. So the bump stocks, after that happened, the bump stock market went through the freaking roof.
Dude was making a killing.
We're buying them like crazy. So there's that many more bump stocks out there. How many more shootings have we had since that one where a bump stock has been involved? None.
I'm sorry. If you believe anything that they're telling you about that case, just, come on, man. I don't believe it for 1 second. Bump stock.
But it's absolutely just a waste. Do not take
let's give it to them. Okay, let's say it was a bump stock. Fine. Some people can shoot really fast. Are you going to ban that?
Right.
Then are you going to take away their firearm? I mean, what are you going to do to stop them?
Jerry Michalek is hosed.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Jerry Michalek is hosed.
Ooh, that dude will take a revolver and turn it into a fully automatic, man. Well, I know he can't, but that dude's insane.
Yeah, he is. But it's just, do not throw him a bone. We don't
give them anything.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. And unfortunately, I don't know if we've talked about this on there or off there. And personally, you know, Trump's an okay guy, but he's now more of a politician, man. He is not, since he's got into office, he's turned into a politician, and he hasn't done what he said he was going to do.
Well, I'm sorry. I love Trump early on. I was one of those obnoxious early supporters, and some of you weren't, and that's
the signed
okay.
hat.
Yeah, I've donated money to a billionaire, man. I was in all the way. The dude ain't fighting. I'm sorry. If you think a snarky tweet is fighting back, that ain't fighting back.
Yeah.
That ain't fighting back. We got crimes taking place here. We need people in jail. We need equal justice under the law, and we don't have it. What we have is a corrupt government that has gone completely out of control. We laugh at countries. We laugh at Mexico, where you got to tip the police officers and stuff on the side of the road. Well, guess what? We have what do you call that? I didn't draw a blank.
I'm not sure where you're going.
If you have cash on you and you get pulled over, it's gone. They take it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We just killed the flow.
We just killed the flow.
Say you got 10 grand cash in your car and you get pulled over by a police officer.
Oh, and they can take it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
We're both too tired.
No, it's been a long week. So
yeah, I mean, we laugh at all these third world countries and all this stuff. I mean, come on, man, look at the foolishness.
Search and seizure?
Nope.
No. Go on. Sorry.
We're both tired.
We're done.
We are a joke. We're a joke. This whole Russian collusion nonsense, foolishness. Come on. First of all, before we have a special, I'm starting to go politics again. I got to quit. Before we have a special counsel, we have to have a crime to investigate. What's the crime? Collusion? That's not a crime, even if it happened. That is not a crime. Right. So it is a joke to begin with. Anyway, sorry.
Anything they can find. Well, here's the thing. If we let, you're fine. If we let, we just got to watch what's going on. The more we give in, the worse off we're going to be. And in 2 years, I think we're kind of screwed anyway. And it's going to be a heck of a fight. Oh, you just found this article?
Well, that's one of the things we posted around, was talking about the slippery slope.
Let's talk about it then.
Now we got Florida's pushing an initiative to put on the ballot to ban all assault rifles, assault weapons. Oh, so God knows what that is.
Good thing I only own Armalite rifles.
I don't have assault weapons brand. So assault weapons, so we don't even know if that's just ARs or not, but they are going to have an initiative on the ballot. And they're going to get it there, and we're going to see. You just lost your Department of Agriculture, which controls the concealed carry permits in Florida, to someone who is totally against it. And part of her ploy was bringing in pot.
And
so she'd get the young voters.
Oh, yeah. Well, and this is the crazy part, too, is years ago, when I was first getting into concealed carry and whatnot, they were the state that everyone wanted. They nicknamed that state the Gunshine State.
Dang.
Have you ever heard that?
No.
That was a big deal on all the gun forums. They nicknamed Florida, not the Sunshine State, but the Gunshine State. They were so awesome. Look what happened to them.
Shame.
Yeah, look, it just fell apart. So pay attention to what's going on in your state.
They're moving. They're moving quick. They're working in the backgrounds.
They are.
They're not sleeping. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of people pushing it. And basically, we're not getting anything done. We have one man that's willing to fight, and the rest of the party is up taking donations. They let's face facts. I don't care what side of the aisle they own. They go to the highest bidder. You have one or two that slipped through the cracks that didn't aren't complete dirtbags, but for the most part, yeah, we only have one guy that's willing to fight, and we need to let him know that he needs to fight.
Politics as our political segment for this evening. Politics with Tarver.
Well, that was kind of, we both sitting here all sleepy and kind of ranting and going off the rails.
I'm fine with it. But what else we got on the old list over there? Anything
we got
else?
A couple of fun videos.
Oh, good. Yeah, we got the Wing Chun, everyone Wing Chun tonight video. And I'll repost these videos. I'll put them on the Facebook page, and I'll put them in the show notes. So everyone knows what we're talking about. But go ahead and explain the video.
The Wing Chun Dummies is it's a Chinese martial art training tool. Well, I don't know if you call Chinese stuff martial arts. Yeah, so it has the wooden arms and the wooden leg, and you spin it around and you do the little blocks and stuff, and supposed to practice. So this guy's got his firearm, and he's blocking and parrying and pushing away hands and stuff to get his shot. And I think he missed the point that he's got a gun in his hand.
That's right. Got a gun in your hand and someone's going to start hitting you. You know what? Take 2 steps back and unload that magazine into his chest.
And that meaty arm ain't going to stop that round. You're going to go right through it. So, yeah.
I don't know. Some of these videos these people post, and the ones that we've been watching, they don't look. I mean, you'd think if they were like fake videos and people were just having fun, they'd be laughing, and they're not laughing.
I don't know. If I did it, I would try and be as serious as I could. Like
these people, though, I think are legit. Think that they're awesome.
Well, I think he was, because not only was he, slinging that thing around and the gun was going in 900 directions, up and down and around.
Blow himself up in the arm.
I would be afraid to do that just for the safety. I'm like, all right, this is going to be funny. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to shoot myself.
What I do is I take this BB gun over here and do that, and someone can play gunshots on their cell phone in the background.
Well, you can get some cheap software to put the gunshots in it.
There you go.
But
then there was another one.
Oh, man.
There was another one, and this guy looked like he was wearing a jock strap on the outside of his pants.
Yeah, I couldn't see it that well.
But how many times do you think he reloaded in there?
Good grief! Some of the time it looked like he had 2 rounds in a mag.
And it sounded like he was only running like it was like a single stack, I think.
Yeah, had to be.
But he had magazine after magazine after magazine. This went on for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was in a range, indoor range,
running
and punching, and then running away and like pointing his butt cheek at the target, and then twisting this firearm down and around upside down while he's running away, taking shots at this freaking.
At one point, drawing from a lion on his side.
Just absolute. And just absolute. Did you see him try to get that magazine out when he did his magazine? He's like shaking his gun.
Nah, I didn't know.
Oh my God! I can't even explain the ludicrous whatever, the silliness of the stupid video I saw. It was ridiculous. I watched that thing like 3 times, going, I can't. What am I watching?
Well, he's shooting behind him, and he's turning his gun upside down and pointing backwards where he's not.
Yeah.
And he's facing forward, and he's pushing the gun behind him. I'm like, what are you shooting at, dude?
Yeah, absolutely nuts coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, and then he goes up and kicks the target, and I guess that's his distraction to draw his firearm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's just and he just
movies, man.
Mall ninjas.
Movies, yeah.
He's wearing his diaper. He couldn't get a tighter strap around his pants. He needs to like get clothes that fit him too.
He published that though. He uploaded that.
Yeah, he did. I think he might have been foreign. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It was the craziest thing I think I've ever seen.
I don't know. The Wing Chun guy was pretty damn bad. I mean,
was he bad or was he badass?
He was pretty bad. I mean, he's flipping these arms around. I'm like, good Lord, you can shoot through the arms, man. And then he's pow, pow, pow. And I'm like, dude, sometimes your gun's pointed 45 degrees up.
Kept stabbing his gun at the target.
Yeah. Sometimes it was 45 degrees up when you're shooting it, and sometimes I'm like, dude, do you even know where you're going? And then you pointing the gun back at yourself, and madness. I don't know where he saw that at. And I have to say, he didn't spend the money to get a real Wing Chun dummy. He had something with a stick hanging off of it, some kind of pipe. I'm like, okay, you watch some movies or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think those two, I don't know about him, but that one video was some kind of foreign-made video, but another country, but...
We're going to blame India.
I'm going to blame India. There we go.
They do crazy shit.
There was another video that actually, this was like in the United States, in the country. Did you see me post? Maybe you couldn't watch that one because you're not on Facebook.
I don't do
Or the
Facebook.
people are like shooting and the other people are like passing in front of them.
Oh, yeah.
That was insane. And so
they were shooting in between each other, right?
there was a line of people in the back, a line of people in the front.
A moving line.
And they
moving
would
as a snake.
They'd be shooting, boom, 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 and the other person would go to walk in front of them. They'd stop, and the other person would go, and they just keep shooting. And it was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life.
And they all stood there like they were serious.
And I think they were, because there was actually...
That's what's scary.
This is the part that you didn't see. So there is the guy that come up with the PD-10, Rob Pincus. He's actually a great firearms instructor, trainer. Right. And he asked them, he says, why are you doing this?
I kept waiting for somebody to take a round to the back of the head.
He asked, he's like, why are you guys doing this? And he said that he expected them to say, yeah, I know, we shouldn't have released that video. That was stupid. That was a mistake. And he would have went, oh, okay. But they started defending what they were doing in their video, and they started accusing, well, you were never in Nam. You didn't go to Vietnam, and you don't have any practical experience. And
I can look at your video, man.
yeah. So, I don't know, just the insane stuff that I freaking see is
crazy.
And then there was one a couple of years ago where the guy wants to simulate gunfire. So he sets up a bunch of firecrackers and like bottle rockets and like aims it at him while he's running around and shooting at the target. That's freaking classic too.
Well, it's a whole lot of comfort in knowing that they're bottle rockets.
Yeah, exactly.
Not rounds coming at you. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with people. It reminds me of the guy sitting there at the table and he's practicing shooting between people sitting at the table.
Oh, good Lord! I remember.
And
I'm
not
post
sweeping
all these
them.
videos,
and he was proud of that. I'm not sweeping them. I'm like, man, you fire that first round, you know what kind of panic and madness is going to hit that place? People are going to be moving, diving, jumping.
And what's really cool is he was doing like the fine muscle movements, like stretching around the target and moving his gun.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And if you think you're going to sit at the table and like shoot between people, you're a freaking moron.
Yeah, those people are moving. It's flat out insanity. It's a complete break with reality.
Oh yeah,
that's not going to happen.
They're like, it's like they're gaming in their mind too much. It's a game.
He watched too much Matrix. Yeah,
it's a game, and it's not real life. Just so last video or the video before, podcast before, I don't remember. We're talking about those guys online that are making fun of those guys in class. We're gonna say the guys with the dad bods. Okay, the guys with the polo shirts. They might have been a little pudgy and they're tucked into their freaking khaki pants, and they're at this gun class. But you know what? They're there learning, and they're learning properly from respected instructors, taking respected educational firearms courses, and these yahoos are at home in their mommy's basement or downstairs trying to armchair quarterback them while they're loading and unloading and reloading their freaking high points in the freaking basement. That's what they're doing. I mean, it's just these people.
Well, they're the ones that watch these stupid videos where they're shooting when their friends are walking between them, in front of them. Yeah. And they're like, whoa, they're impressed by that. And I'm like, bruh, just don't. Just don't.
Well, they're the ones that think that that there's going to be some huge uprising, and they're going to go off like the video game that they play, and they're going to be king of the world because they got this, and I'm not picking on you, but they got that big gun like you with all the attachments on it. The one that you got just to be goofy, but you know what I'm saying? And they think they're...
I got a few of those.
They're going to think they're just...
if I could get a coffee pot hanging off of it, I would.
They think that they're just going to be the shit. When those guys with the dad bods and the khaki pants and the pudgy, you know what? They're there for more of a purpose and more of a reason, and they're more serious about it than those idiots are that don't have families, because those guys are protecting their wives. They're protecting their kids. They're taking them to soccer practice. They're mowing the damn lawn. They're going with their families when they go grocery shopping. I mean, they're doing it. They're doing what concealed carry was meant for. Concealed carry and learning how to fire wasn't made so you can take over the world when the freaking supposed zombies show up. It's for basic everyday use, and it's like my I hate to tag myself on this, but it's my catchphrase is my motto. My company motto is practical, not tactical. Okay, the practical everyday life you live and how you live it, you need to be able to, if you want to carry a firearm, you need to be able to do so comfortably and have the knowledge to be able to handle situations you find yourself in, and not let the firearm become a problem or get in the way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Carry comfortably every day and be able to use it in whatever you do.
And this ain't Red Dawn. This ain't some movie. I mean, go check out Selco. Check out your guy from Argentina.
Right.
Listen to some of the horror stories they tell. And some of the biggest problems they have. As far as being shot, they're like, you don't know when it's going to happen, and usually it's going to hit you and you're not going to see it. And
Right.
you know, it was a literal war zone. Their biggest problem was sanitation and stuff like that, getting food. And it's too many movies.
Yeah, and I know maybe
Well, the
there's
whole world's insane.
yeah, there may be a bunch of listeners we have out there that maybe that's what they do, and that's what they want to hear. And you know, if that's who you are, you need to go listen to there's one podcast out there called Practically Tactical or Mr. Tactical, and go listen to freaking him. He's nuts anyway.
Really?
He's just
Let's talk about him.
he's just insane. But kind of on the same topic, there's that Voda guy that we've been talking about.
Right.
Do you know that guy has written like 3 books?
I cannot believe that.
But you know what? I looked
Got to
to
plagiarize them or something.
You know what? I looked to Voda. I looked to Voda, and we talked about this before. I looked to Voda as a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah.
Because by gosh, if he can do it, I can do it. If he can get his books written and he can actually make money off them and sell, good Lord, I'm full of so much better information than he is.
I don't know how he does it. 3 books.
I'm writing a book, man. If he can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
If he can find someone to publish his damn books,
He may be self-publishing.
I could self-publish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though.
I'm going to do it. I'm writing a book, Tarver. I don't know
Okay.
what it's going to be about.
I don't know. I assume it's going to be about fire.
I'm thinking maybe. If he can do it, I can do it, right?
I should write a book, too.
I'm going to develop my own unique fighting system.
Oh, shit. You got to get a Wing Chun doll.
Life with the high point.
The High Point Way.
That's right. The high point way and only the high point way.
High Point Dough.
Got a 45 on my left hip, a 9 on my right, and a 380 on my ankle.
Good grief.
You
You ain't running nowhere.
I'm sinking right to the bottom of the ocean. It's better than a 20-pound weighted vest. Oh,
You run 100 yards if you're out of breath. Cramping up. Can't
it's good for the training aspect.
Yeah,
Well,
so it's carrying a 400 small block on your back.
It's one of those nights, man. Well, do we got anything else on the list, or we cleared that baby off already?
Yeah, we're gone. We're done with that. That was asset forfeiture I was trying to think of.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway.
It wasn't never going to come to me.
Yeah, it wasn't coming to me.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was.
Anyway, that wasn't my point. My point was, look at our politics today. We're
Right.
good grief, we're the laughing stock of the world. Anyway,
Yeah, we are. And that's. Stay tuned for possibly another podcast, another day. We're kind of we kind of have one in the works, Tarver. I don't. We'll see if we ever makes it to fruition, but
we got to get a VPN so he can show us uploading it from Moscow or
there
something.
you go. You know what? I know a guy.
Oh, okay.
I know a guy who is a information specialist.
Oh, shit.
I know a guy, and I bet you I know two guys actually. They could probably help us. So anyhow, that's a whole other podcast in itself. But
Yeah.
until then, I think we are about done today. So, did you have any words of wisdom, Mr. Tarver? You gave us some words of wisdom a few episodes back about high points. Do you have any other words of wisdom for us? Kind of outplaying those, overplaying
You've
those.
been playing them?
Oh, I know. I like to send them out. I listen to them every now and then because it's just awesome. The high point wisdom.
I'm really, like I said, we're both pretty
Tired.
tired right now, so I don't have any words of wisdom.
Do you have a
Don't
parting-
shoot all your turkeys at one time.
Don't shoot all your turkeys at one time. That's your parting thoughts.
That was your, I don't know why you killed all your turkeys.
Put them in the freezer.
Don't appendix carry in Walmart.
That's right.
And
You don't want to shoot yourself in the meat department. The meat
grief,
department.
man, how embarrassing. Then you got to get help. So you got to tell people you did that.
What happened? I shot myself in the meat department
I'd say it was
while I
terrorists,
was in the
man.
meat department.
Terrorists come in here and shot me in the junk.
Damn chorizo jumped right off that tray.
Yeah, man. I was trying to go for my firearm, and the terrorist shot me in the junk, and it scared him off, and he ran back outside.
There you
Thank
go.
God. I saved everybody.
There you go.
Sacrificed my junk to save you.
Parting thoughts. Parting thoughts from Tarver.
I guess that was it.
I'm gonna second him. Don't shoot yourself in the meat department in the meat department. See you guys next week.